And tonight's topic is sex in the 90s. What do you think? Hi, my name is Michelle Chamberlain with CCTV, and I'm asking the question, what do you think about sex in the 90s?
Well, sex is too much out of control. Too many people are having too much sex. Too many younger people are having sex. The thing, not using protection, too many people getting pregnant. I just think that need to be a little more careful.
Do you think that people should wait till they're married, or just
No, I think you should wait till they're married. You should wait till a commitment.
Okay, I understand what you mean.
You have a long-term commitment, yeah, it's fine, but, short-term commitment.
Just like one night, or?
Yeah, one night stands is not, people having sex, too many kids are getting pregnant.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
I think that if you're having sex, it should be with someone you love and not with someone, just like getting with someone and just having sex with them, yeah. But if it's with someone you love, then I guess it's all right.
Do you believe in marriage, or do you just believe in a commitment before sexual intercourse?
I don't believe in marriage. I don't know why, but I don't know.
So you're saying it's okay if people use protection and are careful?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the media shows it to be something that it's not. I think that premarital sex is a bad idea, and I think that it's the people in the media and the people on TV show it to be something which is profitable, and I believe it's not.
Okay, thank you. I want to ask one more question. What do you think about the causes like pregnancy and STDs and all the things that come along with having sex?
I think that it's not a problem in education, that people know the truth about condoms, and people know the truth about sexually transmitted diseases and AIDS, and they know that if you do these things that it happens, but it doesn't seem to slow them down. So I think that it's not a problem with education. It's a problem that people want to do what people want to do.
I think sex in the 90s is overrated. There isn't really a problem with it. If you look back to like the 70s, when there was free love and sex and everybody was doing everything everywhere and every which way, I don't think it's that much of a problem, except for the AIDS epidemic and stuff.
So you think the AIDS epidemic has surely changed the way you would act during sexual intercourse by using precautions?
I'd always practice safe sex.
Okay, is that all you have to say? Okay, thanks. Okay, Dana, what do you think about safe sex in the 90s?
I think safe sex in the 90s is good.
I think it's very dangerous, and I think that people should wait till marriage.
What do you think about sexually transmitted diseases in the 90s?
I think we need to find more ways to prevent it, and that people should, if they do practice sex, then they should practice safer sex and just be very careful, or just not have sex and stay abstinent.
Well, I think sex in the 90s is fun, especially if you find the right person to be having sex in the 90s with. And I fortunately have found that one person that I want to spend the rest of my life with.
I think as long as the two companies involved are responsible and know to use birth control and know to use a condom, I think it's all right. I think that talking to somebody about it would be helpful, especially for teenagers, since there's a lot of pregnant teenagers, a lot of teenagers baby on welfare. I think that they need to know more about birth control, and besides that, I think it's all right.
So you think that pregnancy is a big issue in today's world?
I think pregnancy is a really big issue. I think people aren't being really responsible when they're having sex. Some kids get pregnant because they think almost to trap the guy, or else they think it's going to be a fulfillment in their lives if they get pregnant. And I think they need to be more responsible, and birth control needs to be talked about more in the schools than it is now.
What do you think about sexually transmitted diseases and sex?
That's also, I think they should probably have condoms at the high school, because keeping the condoms away isn't helping anybody, because then people aren't going to use condoms and nobody knows how to get the condoms. So if people are going to have sex no matter what, if you pass out the condoms at the high school, that's not giving people permission to have sex. They're going to have sex regardless of what anybody thinks. Will just help them out with their situation.
Sex in the 90s really hasn't changed from sex in the 80s. I mean, well, look at it for a second. I mean, what's the big difference?
They got better toys.
Well, better toys, okay. It's still the same diseases, still the same worry about pregnancy, and still, it's all the same, except it's getting younger.
Sorry. I think that it's a really difficult subject to talk about. I mean, it's not something that you keep out in the open. It should be out in the open to teach kids that sex should wait until you're married. But there's nothing wrong with it if you don't. Just know the facts, know that you should protect yourself. And I'm really embarrassed.
Okay, well, no, that's one of the best things I've heard from anyone. You handled it. The people here are handling it really maturely, and at school I found that the kids didn't handle it very maturely, so thank you very much.